Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
To view this video, please enable JavaScript, and consider upgrading to a web browser that supports HTML5 video. Ed Balls' interview style and comments on today's Good Morning Britain have been heavily criticized. Viewers have reacted strongly to the host's discussion with the Labour MP for Coventry South, Zara Sultana, regarding the riots currently taking place in the UK. Over the past week, police have been faced with violence in Rotherham, Middlesbrough, Bristol, Bolton, and other parts of the UK, with extremists smashed windows, shops, cars and lit bins on fire, while also attacking officers with pieces of wood, chairs, and bricks. And Sultana was on the ITV daytime show to explain why it was so important that the attacks were called Islamophobic, amongst other issues. At one point in the program, the 30-year-old asked Balls, 57, if he believed discussion around immigration is partially to blame for the incidents taking place. "I think if you fail to manage immigration properly, then things go wrong," he responded. "Do you believe in controlling and managing immigration? The language that they are using are stop the boats. They are telling people like me to go home," she said about the rioters. "If we look at the language used by politicians, and the language used in the streets, you will see a direct correlation." Balls then claimed Sultana was attacking him while smiling, before asking again if she agreed that it's important to control migration. As she began to talk, he interrupted with, "I'm asking you a question." "I am answering it," she protested. "I think we need to talk about migration in a way that humanizes people." Balls then agreed with her statement and called the riots terrible, but repeated his question about the control. Sultana, who became the youngest MP from a Muslim background when she was elected in 2019, highlighted that everyone should be cautious about the language we use to prevent incidents that have taken place in recent days. "I'm asking you a really simple question," he interjected and repeated his earlier query once more. This time, answering directly, she told him that the UK needs a fair system, and should recognize the contributions of immigrants to the country. Pulling a puzzled face, Balls said, "You didn't answer mine." Co-host Kate Garraway previously asked about why it's so important that the term Islamophobia is used, and Sultana asked if she could answer that. "You can do, but you haven't answered any of mine," he remarked. He then said Prime Minister Keir Starmer and Home Secretary Yvette Cooper, who Balls is married to, have condemned the attacks on mosques and racism. "I don't know if they've used the term Islamophobia," he added. "They haven't," Sultana said. Not everyone agreed with the handling of the interview, with particularly negative reviews for Ed's choices. Actress and TV personality Narinder Kaur condemned the program. "This is unacceptable, deeply uncomfortable viewing. An entire white panel, questioning a brown woman like a suspect." Ed Balls and Kate have left their homes this morning with no fear. "Zara and every other brown/black person left knowing they are a target," she stated. "This is unacceptable, deeply uncomfortable viewing. An entire white panel, questioning a brown woman like a suspect." Ed Balls and Kate have left their homes this morning with no fear. "Zara and every other brown/black person left knowing they are a target. pic.twitter.com/QVRL5HMFG9. Ed Balls is being a total arse. He's asking stupid random questions, just to interrupt and knock her balance," wrote Ken Chisholm. Thomas H. agreed, Ed Balls being incredibly patronizing and condescending to Zara Sultana. "That just highlights the problem." They added, "Zara Sultana speaking the truth on GMB, and the presenters didn't want to hear it, which is part of the problem. I'm disgusted by how they're dog-pilling this girl when she's defending a community under attack. They're literally arguing with her about calling these rioters Islamophobic for 10 minutes, said SJ. "Good for you at Zara Sultana for standing up to bullish questioning from Ed Balls. He made me feel very uncomfortable," typed Jane Cross. At GMB, "You should be ashamed at the right-wing prejudiced pundits and presenters who push their own agenda." At Ed Balls, "Shame on you," remarked Jen Johnson. Jonathan Shafi wrote, "Low.